What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So I want to go over a potential $750 per month boost to Social Security recipients. Now this is a major boost. This is not a new bill. I want to talk about what's actually going on and the truth behind what's happening with Social Security. Now here's one thing I just want to be upfront with. This $750 or $9,000 per year, this is a combination of different things like the cost of living adjustment, a bill that was recently proposed by two members of one of the Senate, one of the House of Representatives, and this also includes the new discussions between Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Chuck Schumer, which would actually provide some relief to Social Security recipients and to people on Medicare. So again, I want to be very clear. This $750 is not like a stimulus check, like we've seen before as to, former President Donald Trump or current President Biden saying, hey, here's $2,000. That's not what this is, all right? Just want to be 100% upfront with you guys, be completely transparent. I'm not trying to lie to you. I just want to provide you with the facts. And the facts as of right now are there's a lot of discussions for seniors. Seniors could potentially come out of this not really ahead, but feeling as if they were taken care of. And I bring this up because in a recent survey, we saw that protecting Social Security benefits from rising inflation is one of the highest priorities amongst voters. That's interesting because over the past 2 years, it's been things like COVID, right? That was a priority. It's been things like inflation, but inflation in general, not just for seniors. So now that we're starting to get a little bit closer to the midterm elections, we're starting to get more answers. So I think that's really good. And yes, okay, the survey that was done recently, it included some elderly individuals, and it also included people who have yet to actually reach retirement age. But now people are really worried, and I'm only 34 years old, but I'm very worried. I'm very concerned that Social Security will not be there when I'm ready to collect it, or when my parents are ready to collect Social Security. It might not be there. So again, I'm a little bit worried, but again, we'll see what happens. Now, the reason for this, the reason for a lot of these changes, what we're seeing right now, is the fact that Social Security will only be able to pay about 80% of their benefits come 2035. So there's a lot of discussions right now, and this is why some are saying that we have to figure out a way to give more back to people on Social Security. We have to figure out a way to make sure that they can actually live, because as of right now, that's not the case. Many people are just absolutely struggling. And if you are collecting Social Security benefits, which I'm guessing you are, or you probably aren't watching this video, if you are collecting Social Security benefits, let me know down in the comment section below. Have the last 2 years been normal? Have they been a struggle to keep up financially? Or have you been doing pretty well? Let me know down in the comment section below, because I'm just curious where everybody currently stands. Now, here's the problem that seniors are having with Social Security as of, really all benefits as of the past couple years. Not much has been done. Seniors have been left out, and Social Security, yes, it did get the 5.9% cost of living adjustment 2022, and you probably can tell by my tone that I'm not extremely excited about that 5.9%, because starting in January when people on Social Security were receiving that benefit, they were already behind on inflation. So again, there wasn't a huge benefit. Yes, it kept up slightly with inflation, but inflation was still over. I think inflation was like 6.5%. So people on Social Security were already behind by 0.6% just starting out in January. And things obviously only got worse as we progressed throughout the year. Here's what I can tell you. And here's where some of this, this benefit, this $750 a month, some of this is coming from. First off, the Senior Citizens League. They projected that in 2023, the cost of living adjustment could be as high as 10.8%. So we could actually see about $180 a month as an increase. But the true test is going to come over the next few months, because Q3 is when the cost of living adjustment is going to get factored into the equation, and by October, we're going to have an answer as to what the cost of living adjustment is going to be for 2023. And as always, I will fill you in as soon as we get that information. Here's the next thing. Representative Peter DeFazio and Senator Bernie Sanders, they've actually introduced a bill to Congress to add an extra $200 to Social Security beneficiaries' pockets. This is big. And they say this act would strengthen and expand Social Security benefits and increase the cost of living adjustments for current and future generations. That's key. But again, let's just stick to that figure, that $200 per month. I'm not going into all the details of the proposal. I don't want to do that right here. I just want to fill you in on what's currently being discussed. And again, these discussions, we may not see these exact bills and moves and cost of living adjustments. We may not see these actually go through exactly as they are stated now, but what they will do is they are going to provide some structure, a beginning plan, right? A starting point. And then lawmakers can go from here and figure out how to implement new ideas and new plans into legislation so that people on Social Security and seniors can actually get some relief. But here's something else. Just last week, actually, we started getting more reports from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Joe Manchin. Even spokespeople were saying that they have agreed to pass legislation for Medicare to actually negotiate prescription drug prices directly with pharmaceutical companies. This is big. And I say this is big because this is going to give seniors quite a bit of money each year. And the fact of the matter is, seniors are paying over $2,000 per year in out-of-pocket expenses for healthcare, for basic healthcare. Well, there's a $2,000 per year cap for Medicare for medical expenses. That's big. But I do want you to understand who's actually paying the most for medical expenses, because we've been getting a lot of, I've seen a lot of videos. Okay, I've watched several videos from other YouTubers. I'm not going to call them out because a lot of them have some great information. But they're also reading some information that wasn't 100% correct. Here's what one person had to say. That people, or seniors don't really need a $2,000 cap because most of them aren't even paying close to that. And let me ask you this. If you want to, or I would love it if you do, but down in the comment section below, let me know, how much do you expect to pay per year in out-of-pocket expenses for medical? Let me know. I'm curious, because here's what some are paying. The top 1% of all households, not of seniors, top 1% of all households pay roughly $19,500 per year in medical expenses. Top 10% pay $5,390 per year, and the bottom 50% pay an average of $30 per year. Okay, now let's talk about seniors specifically, because when you get older, most major expenses, these are done. You're not having a baby, right? You're not doing that. You're not getting, you're not breaking, certain bones because you're reckless. You're not getting in car accidents or things like that. Maybe falling down, right? These are, normal, or not really normal, but these are expected costs. Well, for basic healthcare, this is getting more expensive, not less. It's getting more expensive. So for basic healthcare, for somebody that's over the age of 65, they are paying on average $6,600 per year. So let's factor in that $2,000 cap, because at $2,000, right, that's the cap. You'd pay all the way up to $2,000, then the additional $4,600 to get you to $6,600, which is the average what people pay. You don't pay that, right? You don't have to pay that because you're tapped out, right? That's the cap. That's the limit. So this would actually save you $383 per month, or $4,600 per year. Now, let's factor that in with the $180 roughly that you'd get from the cost of living adjustment. That brings you to $563 per month. And then you factor in what Senator Bernie Sanders and Representative Peter DeFazio have planned, which is a $200 per month boost. Well, that puts seniors about $763, or roughly $750 a month, or $9,000 per year. That's where those numbers come from. Okay? And again, I want to be very clear. I'm not expecting a 10.9 or 10.8% cost of living adjustment for 2023. I think it's going to be a little bit lower. Okay? But I think seniors, once inflation comes down to, let's say, 4%, my guess is 5 to 6% in 2023. If you're still getting, let's say, 10% or 9%, you're getting more than inflation. So that's really good news. Do I think the bill from Senator Bernie Sanders and Representative Peter DeFazio, do I think this goes through? I don't think this particular bill will go through, but do I think Social Security recipients will receive a boost at some point? I do. And I believe this because, according to multiple lawmakers, and this is both Democratic and Republican, they are saying that if President Biden wants to lead, he needs to lead by example. He cannot lie to the American people, and he has to fulfill his promises. He promised $200 per month. But that will not happen until after the midterm elections, most likely until we see inflation come down, which would be likely in 2023, and he does the other promise, which is actually do the student loan forgiveness of up to $10,000. So again, I do think there's some merit here. And the last one, do I think this $2,000 cap for medical or for Medicare, do I think this is going to be put in place? I do. I say this because as of right now, Democrats are looking for a win if Senator Joe Manchin and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer have already agreed in principle to this. And they're just waiting until, I think, Wednesday or Thursday to really try to push this idea through. If this happens, we could see this happen very soon. And the expectation is this wouldn't start until 2023. So again, there could be major moves for Social Security beneficiaries, but it won't happen until 2023. So that's what we know at this time. As always, these are major boosts, but I just want to fill you in on the truth behind what's going on with Social Security, because I know a lot of people are spreading false information, and I get it. There's a lot of talk, there's a lot of rumors, there's a lot of articles out there, but you can't just read one, you got to read them all. And that's one of the things that I pride myself in, that I do every single time, is I don't just give you just some spiel from some random news outlet. I go and do my research. All right. So if you appreciate that, do one thing. Go ahead, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.